Flight 666 is a pretty good film, and it gets massive points for pacing because we are immediately on the plane from the very beginning. There is no time wasted, and I always really appreciate that. This was released in 2018. It's directed by Rob Pallatina, written by Jacob Cooney and Brandon Stroud, and we have a cast including Liz Fenning, Josie Rosete, Joseph Michael Harris, Greg Furman, and various others. The performances are great. The characters are generally well written. I don't think there was any one character that stood out to me more than others. Maybe a couple, but I didn't care for any character more than I did the others. But nobody annoyed me. I wanted the best for everybody. And they are, of course, on this flight where strange, unseen things begin to happen. And it gets dangerous and, I guess, moderately scary. I wouldn't say it's a terrifying film unless you are not a huge fan of horror. You have quite a low threshold for horror, in which case there are a few very specific moments that I think could be quite scary. But in general, it's not that scary, but it does have an uneasy atmosphere. It looks great. The camera works great. They made a great use of the airplane setting. It got quite emotional at one point. At that point, I feel like it was starting to cross over from horror into emotional drama, just very briefly, but it does happen, and I thought that was pretty great. And ultimately, I enjoyed it. I love films set on airplanes. I love horror set on airplanes, and this one, while not the scariest, was still an enjoyable experience. So if you like films of this nature, give it a go. I think it has a lot to offer, and I now want to praise one aspect, but it's a huge, huge spoiler, so big spoiler from now. I don't have anything else to say about the film other than definitely check it out. So I absolutely loved, big spoiler, loved the ending. The last 3-4 minutes were really intense, really emotional, absolutely incredible. I know I said spoiler, but I won't say exactly what happens, but it was so wonderfully executed. I felt like I was there. I felt the emotions of the characters. I felt sick. It was so effective. That for me was the scariest part because it was, well, that part I guess could be real. The rest of it not so much, but that part of the film could be very real. It could happen. And it was terrifying, and I loved it, and it was fabulous. So a very strong end. Very strong beginning on the plane straight away. Over the course of an hour and a half, I think it sustains the narrative very well. Not the scariest, but still quite suspenseful. I ultimately thought Flight 666 was a pretty brilliant film.